Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is Gematria, word magic, and you. Now, before I get into it, what exactly is Gematria? Gematria basically is when you take any phrase or term and you give it numerical value. And this was popularized by the Jewish people. So basically, it is the sibling of numerology, irrespective if it's Chaldean or Pythagorean. So that in a nutshell is that. Now, Gematria is very skilled when you are working with phrases. Like if you see the number, for example, 444 in Gematria, that is attributed to Lucifer. And when it comes to you, let me take my students as an example with Gematria. For one, I would like to take Gareth Bloodstone, whose number in Gematria comes to 612. And basically what that means is perfection of Isis. The second person I would like to take is Legend Archer, which comes up to 600, which means God the Omega. And lastly, I would like to use Jaguar Spellbounder, who is 1044, and that means God walking the earth. And lastly, yours truly, your mentor, 761, which comes to Eye of the Dragon and Tiamat and Abraxas. So there's many books you can get, and you can use Gematria juxtaposed with numerology in your studies. Now, word magic. And I'm going to give a few examples because in the zeitgeist, in a court of law, it's called legalese. So basically, let's go over that. Now, with word magic, it is performed because abracadabra, when we were all young, we just attributed to some silly term that was bandied about in the Disney films. But basically, abracadabra is a very powerful word, and it means as I create, I do this through speech, or I create as I speak. And that's from the Aramaic language. So it isn't just some silly term. And when you get up in a court of law, you're dealing with maritime law. So basically, any judge you get is what? He is a magistrate. Now break that word down. Magistrate being magi, which is Latin for plural for learned magician. And then straight, which deals with what? Seaports. So basically, anytime you stand before a judge, basically this judge is sitting on what? He's sitting on a bench. Now, who sits on a bench? Judges, coaches, players. And what is a tryout? A tryout is what? A test or a trial. So basically, you're up against the prosecutor and you have to impress this judge for your freedom. So you have to do that because you'll hear terms like basketball, court, tennis, court, court of law. So they have a game in mind, and whether you want to play this game or not, or be a willing participant, is inconsequential. You're going to have to play it anyway. So when you get up in there, that's what you're going to be dealing with, the administrator. And basically they're going to cast a spell using word magic, and you give your power away because anytime you get you a lawyer, you know the routine, especially if you don't have any money and you get a court appointed. So that's what you're really dealing with when you're dealing with the legalese or word magic aspect. Just like when they say vote. Vote is nothing but your opinion. That's all voting is. A vote is an opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. That is what it is. So you have to learn these terms. And a good start for you could be Black Law's Dictionary, particularly the 5th edition. And you can get that in the PDF form online. You can get that. So that's something that you really can look into when you're dealing with word magic. When you're dealing with word magic, you're going to deal with terms. Some are old and some are new. Some have even been changed. But you have to learn these terms because if you don't, it will be to your detriment sooner or later. So I want everyone to think about that and know this, that when you're dealing with these judges or whatever, they already know what they're going to do to you before you even get in the court of law. They already know. So you have to impress them because they're basically the general manager and you're the player. That's what you are. And a good demon that could help you with that is Ronal from the Goetia, because he can teach you any form of language, magical and otherwise. So his color is purple. You can use his sigil. And if you want to give an offering, you can offer jasmine. If you want to be someone that uses your powers of persuasion via trickery, you can work with Loki or Hermes. And also, if it's coming from just the law aspect, you can work with Thoth, and you also can work with Ma'at. So those are some people that you can work with, spirits that can help you while you're doing your own research and your own diligence. So with that, that is your meat and potatoes sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.